Hello and welcome back to Henchman Story. On the last episode, as you can see, Kate was revealed to be Shining Nova, surprising no one, absolutely not, because, let's be fair, she was a bit obvious. She probably didn't surprise Madame Scorpion either, but she has given us the choice to go with her and leave the Lord Bedlam's company and I guess staying away from Madame Scorpion, or we can stay neutral, or we can try and capture Shining Nova. I honestly think I'm gonna go and side with Kate on this. So, yeah, let's see where this goes. Okay, I'll go with you.
Okay, you convinced me. I'll go with you. No idea where it'll take me, but screw it. Chips on the table.
Okay, Stan, let's go. We're taking a gamble.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm taken aback by how quickly Nova lets her guard down. Without hesitation, she lowered her weapon and starts casually walking up to me. With so much spring in her step, she's practically skipping. She's still beaming. She playfully punches me in the shoulder. Ouch. Though she's so excited that it actually hurts a little.
And that's the exciting part of forging your own path. The possibility of it all. The world's laid out in front of you, Stan.
I honestly didn't expect this reaction.
Not if we don't get out of here.
Oh, right, of course. Escape first, celebration later.
I also don't understand what you're celebrating either. She motions to the door with her head.
Let's get moving. Main entrance is a ways off, but I think I figured out a way to get there that should avoid attention.
By just continuously pretending that we're still on patrol.
Main entrance? No way. Scorpion will be there for sure. Cafeteria is our best bet.
With the chef?
The cafeteria? Really?
Trust me, I'll explain when we get there. Now come on.
Fair enough, I guess.
Okay. You take point then, Mr. Ex-Henchman.
Ouch.
You won't regret this. I promise.
Will we? Will we not? I actually don't know.
We'll see.
Pretty much. I still have my doubts, but at this point it doesn't matter. If I'm doing this, I've got to be all in on it. All the odds are good that it'll end up getting carved up by an energy sword. So with Kate right behind me, I started jogging to the exit. She could probably go a bit faster than me, but I know if I push myself too hard, I'll just be a liability if we run into trouble. No, not Kate. Shining Nova. Christ, that's gonna be hard to get over. Superheroes just aren't like the rest of us. Except we knew for the start. They're hardly even people. More like mountains. Big statues with shiny plaques. Telling you that if you uphold our good old-fashioned values, work hard and get a little lucky, you can be larger than life. So to have spent this much time with one without even realizing it, well, it's jarring to say the least. Hell, I played spells and sword with one. Not to mention all the flirting. I really can't stress that part enough. Was it flirting? Was it really? I don't think it was, personally. But I've got to put all of that aside for now and focus on what's in front of me. We need to get out of here, and we need to do it fast. Even with the alarms blaring, the halls are mostly empty. Only a skeleton crew up at this early, and the research wing was always light on staff anyway. Well, there's alarms blaring and no one's waking up. I glance at Nova, who was expected is having trouble keeping up. If we maintain this pace, we should all be right. No, it's having no trouble. The cafeteria is a lot closer than the main entrance, and I haven't heard an announcement that specifies us as the intruders. In our uniforms, it's unlikely that anyone but Scorpion herself is going to stop us.
Oh, hey there, buddy. There you are.
Of course, you had to jinx it, didn't you, Stan?
I heard there was an alarm at your door, so I went to your room to assign you the task of investigating it, but you weren't there.
Yes, we're already investigating it, Dave.
So then I thought to myself, you know, Dave, a true squad supervisor, is always thorough when it comes to his team. And that's when I decided to check on your door myself to make sure everything was A-okay.
Thank you, Dave.
How is good old door 1385?
Oh, you know, it opens and closes, like doors do.
Well, it's not supposed to open, Stan.
Doors do open and close, don't they?
Yep.
Wait, it opened?
No, it didn't.
That door's not supposed to open.
Yep, and... God, how is... Dave, you're surprisingly sharp.
Oh no, not at all. It was just a turn of phrase.
How do you turn a phrase?
Yes.
He means that the door wasn't really open, just that it's capable of opening. Probably.
Oh, hey there, Kate. Great job during the game last night. I've seen a lot of people brood, and by golly, you brooded harder than any of them.
Thanks! You weren't so bad yourself, Sir Dave of Clan Dave.
Thank you, Kate.
Gosh, I didn't expect to find you here. I thought your squad was in the East Wing this morning.
Sure. Yeah, I mean...
I, got turned around. You know how these halls can be.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, you know, right, buddy? Now we're really in a hurry, so...
The door was open, you turned a phrase, and now an unauthorized contractor was at a door with level 4 security clearance? Stan, I expect better than this from a senior member of our squad.
No, the door wasn't open. Phrase was said straightforward, and the unauthorized contract, I have no idea if I remember anything about that.
You're right, and I'm just so sorry, but we really have to...
You know what my great uncle Dale Dave said about butts? Everyone has them, and by golly, they really stink. So no butts, Stan. You're staying right here until we sort all this out.
Okay.
Dave, listen, this is my fault, so...
No, I'm the senior henchman here. You're right, Dave. It's my responsibility.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I can be held up. You can't. Keep going. I'll deal with this.
Sorry, can you speak up? All the excitement from game night really messed with my hearing.
Don't worry about it, Dave. I look down at Nova. I can't see her eyes through the mask, but her jaw is set and brow is furrowed in concern. I offer a weak smile and she sighs.
Don't you dare stand me up, asshole.
That is the angriest that we've ever seen Kate be. She lightly brushes her hand against my shoulder and then turns to go.
Well, this seems like a squad thing, and speaking of squads, I totally need to find my own, so...
Well,
You said to the east, right?
Thanks, Dave. See you at lunch.
Before Dave's before Dave's brain can finish forming whatever thought he was working on, Nova is jogging down the hall, safely on her way to the cafeteria. Now I just have to find a way to weasel out on my own way out.
Ah, jeez, I totally forgot. Madam Scorpion wanted to see me after I checked on the door. Super top secret stuff, but I'll tell you everything you need to know about the door after that, okay?
sorry, but I need to check our protocol on this.
That's fair, Dave. I mean, I honestly can't fault him for it. He's just doing his job. Dave reaches into one of his pouches and pulls out a small paperback book with Lord Bedlam's visage printed on the front.
Let's see. Yeah, it says I need to hold you here until you can be properly questioned. Gosh, I'm sorry, buddy, but it looks like you're going to be late.
That's unfortunate. But Dave, aren't you properly questioning us?
Late? Dude, did I not tell you who I was meeting?
Don't worry, I'm sure she'll understand. It's protocol. Everyone loves protocol.
Dave, you make it really difficult to hear you right now.
It's Lord Bedlam's protocol.
Do
Do you think
what?
Madam Scorpion is gonna give two shits what that little book has to say? You met her last night. Think about it.
Yeah, I mean,
She did seem pretty quick to behead things.
yeah.
Gosh, buddy, I don't know. You might be right about her. But if we just start ignoring protocol, what happens next? It's like a slippery domino. Once it starts, it just keeps on slipping.
No, Dave, that's why we've got each other. You'll stop me from slipping, I'll stop you from slipping. We've got this, Dave. I rub my eyes and sigh, trying to keep it together. Even if I had an hour, I'm not sure I could convince him to drop this. At least not through any conventional kind of reasoning. I might have to force my way past him, and that's a gamble. Dave doesn't have much, let's call it tactical instinct, but physically he could really give me a hard time. Better if I avoid it if I can. No, we're not going to fight Dave. Maybe I could just need to try a diplomatic approach, something more personal.
You know, with all this talk about door 1385, I'm getting a little nostalgic. You remember the conversation we had there this week? It was a simpler time.
It was.
It sure was, wasn't it? That was when you invited me to game night, right?
I think so. How about you tell us more about it?
Well, of course I did. I couldn't leave my buddy out, now could I? Are you glad you went?
Am I ever? I was a little nervous after the whole witch's curse thing from the first time I played Spells and Swords with you, but it turned out to be the best game night we've had all year.
I'm going to assume the year has just started.
I wish I'd gotten to do a little more, though.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. What about next week? You prioritize teamwork. That's on you. Next time, I promise. You prioritize teamwork.
Hey, you just prioritize teamwork, that's all. Players like you are what makes SNS work. Games where everyone is trying to be the star fall apart pretty quick, but you were the glue holding it together.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I guess I was, wasn't I? That's what being a squad supervisor is all about.
Good work, Dave.
Anyway, it's been nice reminiscing, but why don't we catch up more at lunch, okay? See you then.
I start to walk off forward, but Dave holds up a hand to stop me. Damn it, I thought that might distract him enough to let me slip by, but his memory's better than I thought.
Hold on there, buddy. Sorry, I'd love to let you go, but you have to wait here. It's protocol, and protocol is protocol.
Let me pass.
So you've mentioned, and I get it, man, but I really need to go. So what do you say? Will you let me pass?
He's gonna say no, isn't he?
I'm asking you as my supervisor, and more than that, as my best buddy. Help me out here.
We are best buddies, aren't we?
Yeah. Okay. Please say you'll let me go.
Gosh, I'm sorry, Stan. Sometimes I get so caught up in my responsibilities as a supervisor that I forget. But talking about the good times we had
we
this
didn't have to
week
fight him at
really
least.
jogged the old memory. In my opinion, we've always gotten along just swell. So thanks, best buddy.
I mean, I honestly don't have a problem calling him my best buddy.
Easy, don't wear that out. But thanks, man. Honestly, you're saving my ass here. I mean it.
Oh, sure thing.
What? See, he's the real hero.
I'm always happy to help. That's what fantastic friends are for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. But honestly, I won't forget it.
I tend to go, but I pause. This may be my final goodbye, after all. Who knows what will happen when Nova and I get out of here. I can spare one more second.
Hey, Dave, just in case I get really busy and we don't see each other for a while, take care of yourself, all right?
You better.
Sure. What will you be busy with?
Henchman stuff?
Oh, just some stuff. But we'll play more SNS when I'm done, okay?
Okay. Guess I'll see you then.
Oh, I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah.
With the final nod, I accidentally skipped, but with the final nod of farewell, I turn my heel and turn on my heel and jog off down the hallway. I find myself moving on autopilot, winding through the fortress halls without stopping to consider my location. That's the big advantage I have over Nova, even if her pace is probably faster. So while it's tempting to push myself in an effort to keep up, a steady jog is probably my best bet. My best bet. Had to think about that. It's tripped my brain a bit. I just have to hope that's enough. After a time, I start seeing signs of escape. Some scorch marks, a few of my unconscious comrades, and eventually some distant sounds to match. Almost there, I try and calm my pounding heartbeat. This is really happening, isn't it? Even with my cafeteria shortcut, we're going to have to fight our way out of here. Am I ready for that? Does it matter? I guess. It's happening either way. Happening anyway. I don't know what help I'll be to someone like her, but I've got to try. The signs of Nova passing grow more dense, but something else joins the KO'd henchman and blast marks. Long molten scars on the floor and walls, still glowing from the heat that what made it. So Scorpion. I know what that means, but I'm still not ready for the sight that awaits me as I round the corner. I skid to a stop. Madam Scorpion looms over Shining Nova, sword leveled and eyes gleaming in a flickered red light. Nova's mask flutters in the air between them, sliced clearly in half, leaving the faint glare obscured. Yeah, it's interesting seeing eyes.
There it is. That's the look I was hoping for. Such a selfish girl, hiding that behind flimsy masks and gaudy helmets.
So you know who she is, then? That's unfortunate.
I could feel it last night, you know. Even as you so futilely tried to subdue it. But resolve like that, it has a heat to it that can't be contained.
That's unfortunate.
I can't wait to watch it flicker and die.
Oh, I can't wait to blast that smug little smirk clean off your face. So I guess that makes us even.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Whether or not you're adorned in your full armored ensemble, we're hardly even.
This is definitely a interesting standstill we find ourselves at. While Scorpion's eyes don't appear to leave Nova, I see a flicker of recognition, and her smirk grows ever so slightly.
Ah, Stanley. There you are.
That's unfortunate.
Such perfect timing. It does make me wonder. What has you wandering the halls at this early hour? You don't strike me as one who rises with the sun.
Dave woke me.
Why? Have we caught you in the midst of a morning tryst? With whom, I wonder?
Well,
Oh, don't be so bashful. You must share the details, I insist. But first, be a dear and restrain this impostor. It would be fitting, I think, for you of all people to be the one to capture Shining Nova.
Okay.
He's not going to do that.
He isn't.
That's right. He's not just some puppet for you to command. Stan's his own person with his own choices, and he's chosen to reject you. He's coming with me. From now on, he doesn't have to be henchman number 065. He can just be Stan, and whoever that might be is up to him.
Well, yes, so it is.
The fact that she's kind of dropping us in this is kind of unfortunate.
You see what she's doing? All Kate has done is lie to you, and this time is no different. Lies and manipulation. Stanley, listen to me. I've been very impressed with you, you know. You have potential, but when opportunity exposes its throat to you, you must learn to drive a dagger through it.
I feel like we can possibly die in at just one of these endings.
Do not concern yourself with the fate of this charlatan or anyone else. Our ambition is what matters. That's the game of power. And make no mistake, it is zero-sum.
I mean, that is true, but here's the issue with your logic. Your logic is to get rid of whoever's the biggest threat, and that would be you, Madam Scorpion, actually.
Regardless of what these self-proclaimed heroes may tell you, for us to win, others must lose. Starting with her. Show me you understand that, and we can realize our ambitions together. Go on, Stanley. Do it.
Please give me a third choice where I can either do something because obviously it's gonna be help Kate, help Scorpion. I'm hoping for a third option. I'll be pretend to help.
Stan, don't.
This is it. Whatever I do next, I have a feeling that there'll be no going back. I don't like to do nothing. I'm gonna have to help Nova. I made the promise anyway.
I won't!
I don't wait for a response, but before either woman has the chance to react, I charge forward, weapon in hand, right at Madame Scorpion. I can see the shock on her face as she finally turns toward me. Hard to blame her. I'm kind of surprising myself right now, if I'm honest. It's like instinct and emotion just took over the wheel as soon as I made my decision. I guess you could call this a case of fight or flight, and for once I decided to fight. To really sincerely fight. It was never in doubt which of those Scorpion would choose. As I draw closer, her shock turns to anger and her sword moves to block my baton. The shift is so fast that it leaves me feeling like I'm stuck in mud. But while my reflexes are too slow for the supervillain, there's someone else here who's a lot faster.
Get down!
Again, I'm too slow. I barely managed to put on the brakes before Scorpion drops into a crouch, hoping to avoid whatever Nova was planning. For a moment, it looks like Nova's concern was for my safety has backfired. That is until Madam Scorpion sees that the metal sphere that she has practically fallen on top of is beeping ominously as it rolls to a stop.
Oh shit.
Ah, that's funny. Thank you, Nova. I try to commit my eyes and turn away from the blast that follows, but it still leaves my ears ringing and my vision spotty. Through the haze, I feel someone grip my arm.
Come on, move!
This is interesting to see without your mask on. I don't argue and my legs comply with Nova's request. By the time my vision clears, we're racing down another hallway and Madam Scorpion's out of sight. For now, anyway. Nova is still leading the way, and starts to make a right turn. Yet, even as the added confusion of the explosive recognize the hallway, and I resist tugging in the other direction.
No, left. Cafeteria's this way.
There's a hint of hesitation in Nova's eyes, but it quickly disappears. With a quick nod, she follows me to the left.
You're sure about this cafeteria thing?
Well, it's now or never, so...
Positive. Faster, and there's a chance Scorpion doesn't guess we're headed there. Best bet. Honestly, I find it a lot crazier that you just rabbit seasoned a superpowered assassin.
Pretty much.
It works more often than you think. Ask me about Dr. Calamity later. But later.
Right. Breathing time. Very important.
Yeah. Chatter stops, leaving only a chorus of alarms, pounding footsteps, and increasingly haggard breaths. My heart and my legs are competing over which of them can protest more painfully, but I can't afford to listen to them. We're nearly there.
Halt, you traitors! Halt in the name of Lord Bedlam!
Really, Lord Bedlam?
Yes, tremble, you treasonous swine! Tremble before the sight of your doom! For I, Lord Bedlam, do not suffer fools, treachery, or long delivery times on Lair Dash!
Really a dog dash joke. Okay, interesting. Can we trick Lord Bedlam in some way? Because we convinced Dave without fighting.
And like a soggy bag of fries, I shall toss your double-crossing behinds straight into the trash, and see you branded with the 1-star review of righteousness! Now behold the glory of Lord... Oh, my glory!
What happened? Okay, what? As I said, Lord Bedlam switching form, I can't help but wince.
Did you have to blast him in the crotch?
Really? You did that?
Wasn't sure it would get through the helmet.
So you went for the other helmet?
You seem kind of underhanded for a superhero.
Breathing, Stan.
Yeah,
Right.
Fair enough. Okay, now Chef Antonio, right? I was almost going to call him Lord Antonio. We bust through the cafeteria doors, and Nova hesitates again. I continue onward, waving her towards the far side of the room.
Kitchen!
She nods and resumes her pace, vaulting the counter while I run around it. Only when we're through the kitchen doors do I slow down. Luckily, it seems like the alarms have emptied out the whole cafeteria. We're alone.
Okay. There should be an exit to a loading dock. Phew. Oh god. Can you lung collapse from breathing too hard? Holy shit.
You said should, so that's not a good sign.
Loading dock? Right, for food deliveries. Good thinking.
Well, not really, because we don't know for sure if it's one here. Gingerly, we weave our way past appliances and countertops until we're at the back of the kitchen. There are, in fact, several doors. One to a bathroom, one to a meat locker, and the third looks promising.
This it?
Probably not. I nod and she opens the door, revealing what looks like an empty concrete box, but one with the tin beams of sunlight poking through the crack of the large metal doors on the opposite wall.
Gate'll be locked, but There's a one-way hatch next to it. No keypad or anything, so no one will even know we used it.
Oh, Dad, what?
So that's where the emergency exit is. There had to be at least one way out without an electronic lock. That's just secret bunker architecture 101.
So you claim?
Hey, how come this wasn't part of the tour? That seems like a serious safety oversight.
Because Chef Antonio doesn't want anyone here?
You just took my boss out with a laser to the nuts, and this is where you question our competence.
All right, I'll save it for the debrief. Come on, let's get that thing open before someone wanders in here.
Fair enough. Shining Nova and I enter the loading dock, letting the door close behind us. The interest of covering our tracks, we'd leave the lights off, letting a blue glow from Nova's weapon illuminate the path forward. Once we reach the door, I wince at the sound as it makes as I unlatch, fully expecting to see some ominous red glow of Madame Scorpion's sword out of the corner of my eyes. With a creak and a groan, but our luck holds, and the only light that enters the room is the blinding white sunshine that pours in once the doors last swing open. That's unexpected. I thought we would have to fight. That's more unexpected. I thought we were on a mountain, but here we're in the forest apparently. Nova exits first, and I stumble through afterwards, shielding my eyes from the sun. I'm still squinting as I swing the door closed behind us, leaving only moss-covered slabs of metal with no latch or handle. Another minute or two passes before my eyes fully adjust. Until now, following Nova's feet as she picks up her way through the woods, so I take a minute to finally raise my gaze and give out the surroundings a proper look. I don't recognize anything. We must have gotten further than I thought, as if my body was just realizing this too. I stumble and come to a halt. Nova turns around.
You okay?
I think so. I realize that I haven't seen her face this clearly before, thanks to the mask and the dim light of the lair. Her eyes are russet brown, with a glint of autumn flicker beneath the surface, like whiskey in coffee. What?
Yeah, just give me a second.
Who mixes whiskey and coffee? I put my hands on my knees and start to double over, but I feel Nova's hands on my shoulder. When I look up, I find her smiling down at me.
Not yet, okay? Just a little further, then you can rest all day.
Sure.
Right. That sounds nice.
One unhealthy player character and one character who's just worked out non-stop and basically walks around in a mech suit, which we broke, I guess. As I stand up straight, I lean on Nova for support and take deep breath.
Thanks.
No problem.
I guess it's our fault for being unhealthy.
By the logic of a certain SNS game master, we're basically a full-fledged party now. That means we've got to support each other, right?
Pretty much. How dare you use our own logic against us? It's pretty dastardly of you. She offers a smile and a playful smack on the shoulder before resuming her hike, and I follow, albeit with more effort. As we walk, I try again and to get a better sense of our surroundings. Though nothing is familiar, I can genuinely tell what direction we're heading based on the sun.
So, where are we almost, if you don't mind me asking? The highway is the other way.
Why would we be going to the highway?
That's the point. They won't think to look in this direction. Makes for a better hiding spot.
Are you sure they won't think of that?
Hiding spot? Oh man, tell me we're not camping. I mean, we technically had some survival training, but I would always smuggle some energy bars with me, and I'm fresh out right now.
Oh, it's true. Our secret stash. A secret stash of food.
As much as I want to see you struggle with a tent, no, it's not a hiding spot for us.
Okay.
Then what?
Nova holds her finger up to a list and smirk. I just flub my way through all that sentence. Nova holds her finger up to her lips and smirks.
Let me show you.
Still smirking, Nova slips into a bush and disappears, confused, but grateful for the respite. I lean against the tree trunk and wait. The silence doesn't last long. In the distance, I hear a low, ominous hiss and a groaning of metal and a series of quieter clicks and clanks. As the chorus ends, heavy foot. Really, she's got the suit on. Heavy footfalls replace it, stomping through the undergrowth of the shining armored conductor is revealed.
Just had to slip into something more comfortable. Think it suits me?
I don't know. How are the knees holding up?
Holy shit! I don't know where the rebels are hiding, I swear.
Oh, right. Hang on. Let me switch off the voice modulation.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There we go. Is mine really that much freakier than Lord Bedlam's?
Good point.
Just more jarring now that I know what you actually sound like. Though you could probably make a quick buck selling that tech to guys like him if you want to pull a Scorpion.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it was obvious though. You could tell it was a modified voice, and based on obviously the structure of the suit, what would be the most surprising thing would be obviously someone of a different physique.
I'm good, thanks. But speaking of Scorpion,
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I think the voice modulator only works with. I don't think its voice works with the actual suit showing. It's just weird. Numbers head swivels back and forth for a moment, scanning the forest. Now that I know who's in there, I can see the similarities of a posture and movements. It's surreal, like deja vu. Not really.
clear for now, but I can't say how long. Time to evac.
Well, I guess with the evacuation, we'll hold that on for next time. Hopefully you had fun, and hopefully I can see you next time. And with that, goodbye.